If you visit the city of Paris in France, of course it is not complete if you do not take a photo with the iconic Eiffel Tower or La Tour Eiffel as the background. While traveling, tourists can learn about the history of the Eiffel Tower, which is quite unique. The construction of the Eiffel Tower was originally part of the preparation for the Exposition Universelle or World's Fair in 1889. The event that year coincided with the celebration of the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. At that time, as reported on the official Eiffel Tower website, an announcement was spread about a competition to build a 300-meter-high iron tower. The Eiffel Tower construction project was selected from among 107 registered projects. This project involved businessman and engineer Gustave Eiffel, along with two engineers named Maurice Kerlin and Émile Nouguier, and architect Stephen Sauvestre. For your information, Kerlin and Nouguier worked at Eiffel's company. The Eiffel Tower has become a tourist magnet, even when the 1889 Exposition Universelle was held for approximately 6 months. Around 1.95 million people were reported to have visited the Eiffel Tower during the event. In the first week of opening, the elevators in the Eiffel Tower were not yet operational. However, that did not stop people from enjoying the view of Paris from above. In fact, almost 30,000 people were recorded as willing to climb the stairs to experience the sensation. The Eiffel Tower was built over 2 years, from 1887 to 1889. The tower was made of 18,038 iron parts, 2.5 million nails, 7,300 tons of iron, and 60 tons of paint during its construction. All of the elements were prepared at Eiffel's factory on the outskirts of Paris. Each of the 18,000 parts used to build the Eiffel Tower were designed and measured specifically, before finally being put together to form a new section approximately 5 meters long. For information, the Eiffel Tower is approximately 300 meters high. When it reaches its peak, it is approximately 330 meters high. The width of the tower varies depending on its level. The total width at the base is approximately 124 meters. The planning and construction of the Eiffel Tower were not without criticism. Many pamphlets and articles were released throughout 1886 containing criticism and protests against the Eiffel Tower project. There was also a petition entitled Protest Against the Tower of Monsieur Eiffel published in the newspaper Le Temps. The petition contained the signatures of a number of literary and artistic figures. Some of the nicknames for the tower at that time included Tragic Street Lamp, Factory Chimney, Tall and Thin Iron Staircase Pyramid, and Useless and Monstrous. Gustave Eiffel told the newspaper Le Temps in 1887 that he was more worried about the wind blowing against the tower. "I am convinced that the tower will have its own beauty," Eiffel said in a statement, quoted from his official website. The Eiffel Tower is made of wrought iron, and requires a protective coating to ward off any natural elements. At its official launch, the building was painted in a copper-brown color. But after a decade, the metallic structure was coated in yellow paint. It takes a lot of preparation to look as dashing as it is at the age of 133. The Eiffel Tower can only be painted the traditional way, by hand. The building is repainted every 7 years by 50 painters. So far, the tower has been repainted 19 times. Many people don't know that the Eiffel Tower is a science laboratory. Just check out the exterior of the building and you will see 72 names engraved on the edge of the first floor. These names were previously covered, but restoration efforts have made the gold letters visible again. This is a symbolic way to pay homage to the scholars, scientists, and mathematicians who contributed tirelessly to the success of the tower. Here's another interesting fact about the Eiffel Tower: its height changes with the seasons. If you visit in summer, the tower is actually taller because the iron structure expands up to 17 centimeters when the temperature is 40 degrees Celsius.